Welcome to Season 3, Episode 3 of the Dortmund Rebuild, and more importantly, it's the final part, the finale, the last chance to win any more silverware, but can we do it? If you are excited for this, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's get straight into the final part. But to start off Season 3, we're actually going to have a recap of how we've done in the first two seasons. So, overall, we played 106 games and won 72 of them. That's extremely impressive. Our biggest win being a 5-1 win against Losk, and our biggest defeat being only a 3-0 against Milan. So to be fair, not too many embarrassing results. But our record transfer fee is 40 million euros. I think this episode we could honestly break that because we're going to be signing some absolute ballers. And to sign those ballers, the board have given us 227 million euros. That's really generous, but it's because last season we didn't even spend that much. So we've got a bit more to be spending this season, and we're going to have to be spending it because we need to win the Pokal and the Bundesliga. The board are requesting it of us now, and so are we. We need to win them. Now, the two trophies that we are yet to win, we've won the Super Cup and also the Champions League. We need to get our hands on that Bundesliga title at the end of this season. Terrible news to start Season 3 though. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted, according to reliable sources at Dortmund, Sahin's future at the club is at risk. Can he save his job or is his fate sealed? Which I think is crazy. We literally won Manager of the Year in January, but oh well, the fans are backing us. They're saying, I don't like this one bit. And I think that's very warranted. But the bad news doesn't stop there because you know Beer, one of our best attacking players, someone that we've grown and developed with, well, he's gone to PSG for 55 million. He's worth over 100, but we've been absolutely screwed over because I did not realise he had a release clause. So Beer, someone that we've built up throughout this series, has left us just like that for 55 million euros. It's so sad to see, but at least we've got a lot of money to sign a striker to replace him. And talking about a lot of money, our budget is now 381, which just must be a glitch because our starting budget was only 227, which is roughly 170 mil difference. But we've only sold Beer for 55 million. So I'm not sure what's happened here, but maybe the board felt a bit sorry for us. They've shoved another 120 on top of that. But basically, we have almost 400 million euros. But it's not just Beer we're going to have to replace because Guirassi's release clause has also been met. But this time, I'm not upset about it. Aston Villa have met it for 73.1 million when he's only worth about 40 million and he's aging a bit. So, I mean, that's absolutely perfect for us. I didn't want to lose him and Beer in the same season, but our hands have been forced. We'll play with it. 73 million for Guirassy, who's becoming a second choice striker, is actually really, really impressive. And it's given us a massive budget of 449 million euros. And we're going to have to sign a striker with that for sure. But this is how our team is looking at the start of Season 3. As you can see, there is now officially no strikers in the club. So that's a definite that we're going to have to sign. But if you can also look at that right wing role, look who's there. Lopez, the academy baller, has finally made his way into the first team squad. He won't be starting there. We will probably have to sign a right winger. But it is good to see him. Because look, he's up to 73 rated, still only 18 years old. He's got the potential to be special, and that is definitely true. Hopefully this season he can have a bit more impact on the first team. We're not going to loan him out. We're going to use him off the bench. It's actually really exciting times. But because of losing Beer and Guirassy, Adeyemi is going to have a massive year. Whoever's up front with him and on the right wing with him, it's going to be their first season at the club. So he's the most experienced at Dortmund. Adeyemi, this has to be your year. But with how limited we are with depth in attack now, we could waste no time. And because of this comment right here, we've gone and signed Arda Güler. He's at Man City on this for 106 million euros. He is Turkish. Us as the manager, we're Turkish. It makes perfect sense. And there is links to him going there in real life on loan. The perfect signing, and he's an attacking midfielder that can play on the right wing. So it just makes absolutely perfect sense. But guess what? We're instantly pairing him up with a new striker, and that striker is going to be Rasmus Højlund from Manchester United for 62.5 million euros. And just like that, we have a new striker and a new right winger. I'm really excited to be using them both. And even after all of those purchases, we still have £250 million in the budget, which is just so good. And our team officially looks like this. Højlund up front, Güler on the right, Adeyemi on the left. There's youth everywhere and it's actually a really exciting front three. So firstly, Güler, 21 years old, can play cam and right mid. We're going to more use him as that right winger, but he can interchange with Brandt. And he's just really exciting. 4-star skills. He's got a nice amount of play styles. And his dribbling, we all just know he's such a technical player that's going to create so many chances for us. And then on the other hand, Højlund, he's going to be a pure goal scorer for us. Hopefully he can get the ball in that back of the net so many times this season. He's got 89 pace, 82 shooting and 86 physical. Those stats are definitely good enough to be starting up front for us. But if we are going to make that push for the Bundesliga title, looking back at this team, I think centre-back could do with improving. I like who we've brought in. Colwill is probably going to stay in that team. It is probably going to be a replacement for Anton. But Colwill, also Kabasi on the bench, Koulibaly, I like it. But I feel like we need a star there. Every other position has a star. We have Brandt, we have Sabitzer, we have Adeyemi. Centre-back is kind of lacking. And we haven't just bought a star. We've bought one of the world's best defenders. Can you guess who it is? They're a right back, but can play centre-back. And that's exactly where we're going to be playing them. It's Jules Koundé for 116 million euros. We're not here to mess about. We're here for the Bundesliga title. Look at him, 89 rated. It says right back, but we all know he's very, very comfortable at centre-back. And he is just going to be absolutely perfect for us. He's a ball-playing defender. Look at him next to Colwill there with Molina and Aït-Nouri. That back four now, with Kobel behind him, might actually be unstoppable. You might not be able to score against them. It's really, really exciting times because our team now, ahead of Season 3, is looking like an absolute joke. But we're still not done with business because looking at this team, there is literally no backup to Højlund. The only players we could play is probably Adeyemi. Even Arda Güler could probably do a roll up there, but it's not ideal. We need a backup striker, and we still have 163 million euros in the budget, so more than enough to sign someone. And we are actually signing a backup. We're not signing someone to really compete with Højlund, but someone to come off the bench and get some minutes in the cup. And that is Arnaut Danjuma from Villarreal for 12 million euros. I think this is a really sensible signing. He's 29 years old. He's been around the block. He's experienced. 77 rated and can also play out wide, which helps again with our lack of depth up front. But he's a really solid player and he's just good enough to come off the bench and also, you know, get some minutes here or there. And with him in the team, on the bench, this is our final squad going into Season 3. Obviously, there might be more signings in January. We're going to have to see how we're doing when it gets to that point. But that is our team for Season 3. Hopefully, by the time we get to January, we'll be clear at the top of the table. Absolutely no worries. And we'll be en route to the Pokal final. Maybe even the second Champions League. We'll have to wait and see. But let's get into this first half of the final season. And the first half of the season was all about Arda Güler and Rasmus Højlund, the two signings. The Güler creativity was crazy and Højlund was just finishing his chances every opportunity he got. All in all, a very, very good first half of the season. But before we check how we're doing, look at this. Erling Haaland, ex-Dortmund striker, has won the Ballon d'Or. It is good to see his first of probably many. But back to more important business. How are we doing? We're in January now. It's time to check the league table. Okay, we're still in with a chance. We're 15 games in and we're only 1 point off top of the league. It is Leverkusen, and last season they beat us to the Pokal. They beat us to the league and they got to the Champions League final over us. So we definitely need to get our revenge on them. But it looks like a very good start because look, we've scored 43 goals already this season. That's not a normal amount of numbers, so some people must have been absolutely balling out. And in the Pokal, we're still in it as well. We're in the quarterfinals against Werder Bremen. There's only really Bayern Munich that we don't want to face, so hopefully we can delay that until the final and get our hands on that trophy. And in the Champions League, we are sitting 14th, so it's not our best attempt, but remember, we are focusing on the Pokal and League, so the Champions League has taken a bit of a backseat. We've already won that. We don't need to stress ourselves about winning another one. And this is how our team is looking halfway through. Brandt's made it to 90. Kobel's made it to 92. Güler's up to 85. Adeyemi, the whole team is growing like crazy. Lopez on the bench made his debut in the first half of that season and is now up to 75 rated, which is such a cool moment to see. We brought him through at the start of Season 1. We're now halfway through Season 3 and he's getting involved in the games. A very, very cool moment. And in terms of individual stats, Højlund has got 12 and 13 with 4 assists and 4 and 6 in the Champions League with a 9.05 average rating in the league. Adeyemi, 7 and 4 and 14 with 4 and 6 in the Champions League. Sabitzer, 7. Brandt has got 12 assists in 15 Bundesliga games. Arda Güler, 7 and 4. The whole team are absolutely doing wonders. Lopez has got 2 goals, 2 assists and an average rating of 10 in the Pokal. Everyone is literally doing absolute madnesses. You can see how we are where we are in the league. in the Pokal. It's only the Champions League that we're really behind in. A player that definitely deserves a shout out from their season 1 performance as well is Koundé. He was putting in unbelievable challenges, showing us why he is one of the world's best defenders. But it's not just Koundé we could say that about. Everyone really showed us their class, and for that reason, we're not bringing in anyone else. This is the team that's going into the rest of Season 3. Wish us luck. We might need it. It's going to come down to the wire. Let's get through the second half. And the second half of the season was just like the first, all about Højlund. In front of goal, he was just absolutely unstoppable. What a way to end the season. And we've made it to the end of the season, and as you can see, we've got a neutral cup game against Bayern Munich, which means we are in the final of the Pokal. But have we also managed to win the league? That is the big question. As you can see right here, Dortmund's Højlund has been announced as Bundesliga Player of the Season. So it's looking good for us. It's looking like we might have just snatched the league. Let's officially confirm it though. And we have by 5 points. We beat Leipzig, we beat Leverkusen, we beat Bayern Munich. We're top of the league after all the games played. 95 goals scored. It's unbelievable. We're top of the league. We're champions. We're doing everything. We've won the Champions League. We've now won the league. It's just the Pokal to go. But what an achievement. Let's sit back and appreciate it as well. The goal difference. We almost had 20 plus anyone else in that league. We were basically just absolutely unstoppable. And that is it. Confirmed. We are facing Bayern Munich in the final of the Pokal as well. 22nd of May. 2027. It's an important date in Dortmund's history, the completion of the rebuild. In the Champions League, we did actually get through, but we did lose to Man City in the round of 16. But once again, that wasn't really our focus this year. The Bundesliga and the Pokal was, and we're so close to completing both of them. And this team, I mean, just look at it. It's an absolute joke. Koundé's up to 90, Güler's 86, Brandt's 91. He's probably going to be in a shout of a Ballon d'Or in his future. The team is absolutely crazy, and the individual stats are even better. Højlund, 33 goals and 10 assists in the league. 43 goal involvements in 34 games is absolutely unbelievable, and he also did well in the Champions League. Adeyemi, 13 and 11 in the league. Brandt got 24 assists and 12 goals in the Bundesliga. That's absolutely broken. He is just so good. Sabitzer got 10 goals in the Bundesliga. Güler got 13. Onana even got 6. Everyone did their part. As you see, Lopez even got a few goals as well. Everyone just did so well. Danjuma got 3 and 3 in the Pokal. That's a big reason why we're there as well. Everyone has just massively performed. Way more than we could ever have expected. And I mean, sim back to episode 1 or the start of this video and look at what team we started with. And look at the team we've ended with. There's some players that haven't left. We've still got Sabitzer, we've still got Brandt, we've still got Adeyemi and Kobel, all in the starting 11. But they've all grown massively, and the team around them has just become world class. It is amazing to think in 3 seasons how much we've been able to transform them, but it is time now for the Pokal final. We're going to quickly check out what Bayern Munich are looking like. They've got Eric Dyer still, they've got Eder Militao, Luis Diaz, a new left mid, I'm not quite sure who he is, a new striker as well. Gerard Moreno on the bench, Contra on the bench. It's a weird team that they're predicted to go with. But look at the team we're going in with. It's different gravy. There's no messing about with this team. We know what it is already. Højlund, Adeyemi and Güler are going to be crucial. Is it enough to beat that Munich team? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Let's get into this final and see, can we complete the challenge, win every trophy possible? Got the overlap of Sabitzer. He's managed to find him. Højlund's just inside. We're going to try to see if we can find the far post run of Güler. Great touch. Get the shot off. What a save. 3 minutes in and we're already creating massive chances. We scored so many goals in the league. And clearly, it just seems to be non-stop attack when Dortmund are on the pitch. That's a good ball. Harry Kane has been intercepted from Colwill. Lovely there. I think our defence is going to have too much speed for Harry Kane to deal with. And look at this football we're managing to play all the way through. Out to Adeyemi. This is beautiful. One touch basically football. A bit of skill. It comes to an end, but it's really promising stuff so early doors. Concert has actually started. They predicted he'd be on the bench, but he is in the starting 11. Same with Harry Kane as well, to be honest. And Mazraoui is down this right-hand side now. Him and Elise could have some nice link-up, but defensively, we're so strong. Oh my god, that's some challenge. This game is so end-to-end. And Adeyemi's got the ball now with some space. Güler's at the far post. No, it's gone to Højlund. No. Oh, if it'd gone to Gula, that could have been 1-0 20 minutes in. Great win there from Brandt. We've given it outside to Adeyemi. That was meant for Højlund, but it might not matter. Adeyemi's taking that step inside. He's putting it across goal. Surely. Yes. Højlund 1-0 up. 27 minutes in. It was a sweaty, but we don't care. We're 1-0 up. That's all that matters. Great play. We won it high up again. That's all that seems to be happening in this game. Then one ball out to Adeyemi. Across goal. Højlund finishes it with ease. We're 1-0 up and 1 goal closer to lifting that Pokal. That is half time. 1-0 up. We might make a change because this game is getting really, really tense. End-to-end stuff. And I think as good as Onana's been, we could do with someone that's a bit more comfortable on the ball. So Eric Martel is coming on a bit more defensive minded and will sit there and just play the ball a bit more simple. We need to slow this game down. 45 minutes away from our hands on the trophy. Let's get into this. Everything is literally coming down their left-hand side and they're feeling the pressure now. Just under half an hour to go and Arda Güler's found some space in behind their final line. We tried to pull it for Højlund. Oh, it might fall to Adeyemi. He's going to hit that. In fairness, we probably should have taken a touch, but when it bounces up nicely, it's hard to say no. Great challenge there from Koundé. 5 minutes left, and it seems like we're going to be able to just seal this out for a nice 1-0 win. That was unnecessarily shaky though, and Gula's got the ball into Martel. We brought Martel on to slow things down, and he's done that very successfully. Adeyemi's won that. Højlund just lost out, but we're literally in stoppage time. If we can get the ball back, the game is ours, and so is the trophy. We're dirty fouling now. All we need is to win it. Oh my God, I thought the ref can't do us like that. Okay, officially the last kick of the game. It's a free kick in their own half, and watch it. They'll probably go short and not even try. First, they've gone for it. Højlund boots it out, and the game is done. A 1-0 win, all because of that Højlund goal in the first half. And we managed to seal out the game really, really nicely. Never really looked under pressure, to be honest, and they definitely did. We were just popping the ball around so much. It's official. We have won the game 1-0. What a moment, though. We have managed to lift every trophy throughout this series. We did the Champions League in Season 1, the Super Cup in Season 2, and the League and the Pokal in Season 3. If you have enjoyed this series, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. The full movie will be coming out. Don't you worry if you have missed anything. You can watch that. But if you would like to see this with another team, make sure to let me know down below and we can get this 3-part series done again, or a one-off rebuild. Just make sure to let me know down below. But let's end this series with Brandt lifting the trophy. Look at him. He's our captain now. What an achievement. What is your favourite moment of all 3 seasons? Make sure to let me know. But until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.